This is Tech Pulse, the show that keeps you in
Google
step with the
edition
technological
is
world.
in the works. We also have that Google looking to buy Waze from Facebook, Microsoft to take a cut of used games, and the Xbox One might have TV achievements. All this and more coming up today on Tech Pulse. This is May 28th, 2013, and this is the show Tech Pulse, the show where you get all your tech information news, and you can take it with you throughout the day, so now you know what's going on inside the tech world. So we're going to jump right into our first story, talking about this week, talking about the HTC One Google Edition. Yeah, right now we all know HTC is in a bit of a turmoil type situation. You know, CEOs are leaving, lead designers are leaving, product managers are leaving. All these key people at HTC One are walking, they walked out the door, and, to add insult to injury, HTC can't hire anybody else because nobody else wants to come to work because they don't know what's going on at HTC. But amid all of that, HTC is deciding that they're going to go ahead with their Google Edition phone with stock Android. It's reportedly in the works. Now they're saying HTC might follow the lead of Samsung, because Samsung as well has a Google Edition of their S4 in the works, and the latest flagship smartphone running a stock Android, according to sources that spoke with an online publication. They said that work on a version of the HTC One without its Sense software customization is underway, with a US launch said to be imminent. So that means it's coming up quick, and they're saying that Holly previously leaked accurate information on the Galaxy S4 Google Edition ahead of its announcement at Google I/O conference, and HTC's chief product officer told The Verge last year that the company is very proud of its HTC Sense and would like to continue shipping it on every device. However, the chief product officer was one of the many employees that recently just left HTC. So we don't know what this means as far as the Google Edition phone, but according to sources at HTC, they say they're Google only. Google only, not Google only, but their Google Edition, which will make Android the feature edition on their phone, is in the works. So this will be good for HTC, because right now HTC needs product. That's what they need out on the market. They don't just need product. They need product that's going to be good. They need product that's going to be something that people want, because it's one thing to have product on the market. Anyone can just put product out there, but HTC needs a line of quality product. If they're going to compete with the Samsungs and with the Apples and stuff like that, if they're going to get their market share back up to what it used to be back in the days, they need to have more than just the HTC One out there. The one phone can't save a company. They can't just have that one phone. And so it's good that HTC is seeking to broaden its horizon by coming out with these different products, but we have to see if this is going to be enough to keep that company going. Right now the company is just in utter turmoil. They have key people that have left the company to go to work for Microsoft, to go to work for other companies like that, Samsung, these other competing companies they're going to work for. This is a blow to HTC, because now, and of course they sign agreements that prevent them from taking the technology with them as far as giving it to competitors and so forth, but just the innovation, the mindset that these people had, the ability to come up with creative ideas to do things, creative ideas to bring in their next generation phones and all of that. These things they carry with them to the competitor. Now, I don't know if HTC has those same minds still working for them. I mean, obviously a company that big, you would assume they have someone else who could step up, but there's always key minds in every company, just like it was with Apple. That's why Apple is kind of struggling to find its way right now, because Steve Jobs was the mind behind all of the Apple products, you see? And so when you have these key people leaving HTC, we hope that these are not the key people that were behind the HTC One, inventions like that, because if they were, I don't know what's going to happen with HTC in the upcoming times. But we just gotta wait and see. Now, also in other news, talking about with Google, the Nexus 7. They said a small slate of shoppers will have a new option to choose in the upcoming week. This week, actually, you know, because Hisense debuted a tablet that looks like the Nexus 7. The Sierra 7 Pro tablet uses the same basic hardware as Google's own tablet with a few improvements, and even costs a bit less. So if you're looking for a Nexus 7, you don't want to say clone or knockoff, but if you're looking for a Nexus 7 type tablet that gives you that same functionality, you might want to check out the Hisense tablet that they debuted, that's going to debut this week, called the Sierra 7 Pro. This tablet, it uses the same basic architecture and hardware as the Google tablet. And I know Devin is a Nexus 7 fan, but you know, obviously he wants to get that tablet as cheap as possible. But you can get this thing and it's going to cost $50 less. Now, it's not going to be a Nexus 7, mind you, but they use the same architecture and cost $50 less. And Walmart is going to be the exclusive retailer for the Android 4.2. Android 4.2, that's Jelly Bean, Android 4.2 Slate, which is going to be priced at $149. Now, most of the base components are the same between the two tablets. You have an NVIDIA Tegra 3 chip, IPS display with a resolution of 1280 by 800 resolution. You know, so 720p high definition, 1 gigabyte of memory, you have Wi-Fi, you have Bluetooth, and you have NFC, near field communication. The Hisense model only comes with half of the storage capacity of the Nexus 7, 8 gigabytes versus Nexus 7 is 16, but does include a micro SD card slot for extra storage or storage expansion. Both devices have that front-facing camera, while the Hisense model adds a rare 5-megapixel camera, and it also supports mini HDMI out for external displays, while the Nexus 7 doesn't. So there are a few things that this Hisense, the Sierra 7 Pro Hisense tablet has that the Nexus 7 doesn't have. So if you're looking for that good knockoff, and then now that Google is coming out with their Nexus 7 II, we expect that to launch at $199, and maybe the Nexus 7, the original one, will be knocked down to $150, which would make it in competition with this Sierra 7 Pro. But if you're looking for a tablet, right now the Nexus 7 II isn't out, and if you're looking for a tablet that can rival the Nexus 7 now, go to Walmart right now. Well, coming up this week, you're gonna check out the Sierra 7 Pro at the local Walmart, and you know, compare the build quality to the Nexus 7, assuming it's comparable. I can see many people picking this thing up because it's Nexus 7. Now, many people may not know about the specs, so they might look at this and say this is a run-of-the-mill, run-down tablet. But if you're in the market and you look at specs, if you check out the Sierra 7 Pro from Hisense, you're going to see that this thing is strangely similar to the Nexus 7, and not just they use the same, they have the same numbers, but they use the same hardware, similar hardware, so it's going to operate the same, basically with the only difference really being in the memory, 8 gigabyte versus 16 gigabyte. But with that micro SD card slot, you have enough ability to store extra storage and stuff like that, so that really shouldn't be a problem. And since Hisense isn't known for Android devices, it's easy to wonder how quickly the tablet will see Android updates in the future. So you definitely have some peace of mind with the Nexus 7 in this case, because you know, obviously, Google is going to support the Nexus 7, so you know they're always going to get the latest updates. This one, they're not, the Hisense is not known for their Android tablet, so maybe they abandon it. We don't know. Maybe they're gonna abandon the tablet. But if you're just looking for something, maybe for your child, or you're looking for something that's just, you just want something cheap and something you can use, you're not necessarily interested in updates and all of that, this definitely is going to be a good choice for you. So we just have to wait and see what happens with this tablet when it debuts. How will people react to this tablet coming out? We gotta wait and see, man. But I think this is definitely a tablet that you would want to include if you're just looking for something cheap. You're looking for something that you can say, you know what, I just need this cheap tablet. I don't care about updates and all that. I just need something cheap that I can use that's not going to be too expensive and kill the bank. $149 right here. But then if you wait a few months until the Nexus 7 II comes out, Google might drop the original Nexus 7 for $149. So it just depends on what you want to do. If you need something now, you can't wait, then this might be your option. But if you can wait, I would say just wait until the Nexus 7 II drops. That way you can get that peace of mind knowing that Google is going to support it. Speaking of Google, man, I just we started here and I just didn't even think to check that time frame when we started here, because we got to take those 15-minute breaks, as we break up the show. Devin, what kind of time we started with?
We started at 10:36, something like that.
10:36.
So we have about 3 more minutes.
Okay, so we got 3 more minutes. So what I'm gonna do right now, 10:36. So let's see. Why don't we just go?
You're 12 minutes into the show.
12 minutes into the show. So why don't?
So what are we gonna do next period? And then you go out. Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're just gonna say what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Google buying, looking to be in the market to buy Waze. Remember we reported last week that Facebook was gonna buy Waze, but looks like Google is throwing their hat in the ring too. And Microsoft looks like they have solved the used game problem in their estimation anyway. They're looking to take a cut from people like GameStop. All of that and more is going to be coming right up on Tech Pulse. So just stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Preview. ShockwaveSound.com. Preview.